everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Izzy, back again with a new video. So today, I don't have my microphone because my phone needs to charge, and so it just not gonna work. But we are going to be doing a sit down video today. So yeah, we're gonna talk about influencers and what is an influencer. And so yeah, more on a topic of Christian influencers, what a Christian influencer is or should be. So that's pretty much it. Let's get right into it. Yeah. I hope you guys can hear me because again, I am using my AirPods, so hopefully y'all can hear me. I'm trying to talk a good amount, I speak loudly already, so I'm trying to make sure, because sometimes it doesn't want to work for me, but it's okay. All right, so let's all right, so let's get right into it. What is an influencer? So on my Instagram, a couple weeks ago, I asked a few questions kind of about an influencer. So I asked, obviously, the main question, as I've been saying, what is an influencer? So I got some answers. So I'll read them off. If I do look down, it's because I am looking at my laptop. So one says, an influencer is someone that knows how to get people to do things. They are a leader, not a follower. Another thing, simple, is someone who influences people. Someone who has a decent following on social media. An influencer is someone who inspires their followers to do things. And someone who influences people around positivity and also influences people to do stuff. So, and then I also asked, what is, I can't think of the questions now, but again, it all has to do with being an influencer. Another thing is, someone who has gained the ability to change people through consistency, and to be somewhat of a good influence. So yeah, those are just a few answers there were. So again, I'm so sorry about the not on purpose. They're just my feeling words. But so I also looked up what is an influencer. So I looked up influence first. So influence means the capacity to have an effect on the character, development or behavior of someone or something, or the effect itself, to have an influence on. So what is an influencer? A person or thing that influences another. A person with the ability to influence potential buyers of a product or service by promoting or recommending the items on social media and so forth, So an influencer is someone, as all of these has used the word influence. So someone who's able to give, trying to think of the word. Someone who is able to have an effect. Someone who is able to have kind of almost like a change, or and it could either be positive or negative. So most of the time it's hopefully positive. Most of the time, influencers are supposed to be positive, outgoing or strong, or different things. Also, influencers are supposed to have a following. Influencers are supposed to be able to have a community that follows them, fans, or whatever you want to call them, to make them a quote-unquote influencer. Something that I think anyone can be an influencer. Anyone can influence anyone. You don't have to have a YouTube channel, a social media, or different things to be an influencer. You can simply just do things throughout your normal life that influence people. So something I do want to talk about that made me think of this topic is a Christian influencer. So for me, obviously, as I said, I am a Christian, so I guess two and two go together. I don't know if I'd call myself a Christian influencer, but at the same time, yeah, because that's what I'm doing. You know, I'm trying to be able to be a positive outlet of someone that people can look at or see and see me through my walk with Christ. You know, so, and be able to share God's word. So that is what I guess I could say. So yes, being a Christian influencer, especially, I feel sometimes it's hard. It's not hard because it's easy to love God. It's easy to it's difficult because obviously life is going to be life is going to be hard, especially as a Christian. Life isn't just going to be perfect right when we give our life to God. And our lives are never going to be perfect because we are human and we have human flesh. So our flesh is sin, and we will sin all the time, and that's okay. But again, as long as we ask for forgiveness and mean it, and keep just following God and keep just trusting in Him and worshiping Him and all that stuff, you know, he's always going to be there. So he's always going to be in our lives. So but so yeah, so life isn't always going to be easy. That's already known. But as a Christian influencer, we should be able to show what God is and who God is, but not through. So let me go back to the regular, just a basic influencer. Influencers are supposed to follow trends, promote things, not just influence, but yeah, make people, like I said, want to buy things, want to get a certain product. I think we all see people who will be like, oh, here's this product, like for my AirPods, like, okay, so guys, I got the new AirPods, they're amazing, noise canceling, all that stuff, right? You know, all the jazz. So I think that is part of what an influencer's job is to be, is to share and get people to want whatever it is they're sharing. So and that's through trends, through different things, following along with the trends, following along with what's big, what's good, what's going on right now. So as a Christian influencer, it's exactly the same, is wanting people to want God, wanting people and to teach people about God, and wanting people to want to come to Him, but doing it through His eyes, not through the world. So when it comes to being an influencer, especially a Christian influencer, I believe that we shouldn't follow through the world and what the world is doing and following the trends to also promote God, because that's just showing two separate lives. We can't live two lives. We can only live one, either with God or without God. So it's up to us to make that decision. So we can't post things that have Bible verses, but in the background have this non-Christian music or things of the world, and or doing a trend that's of the world and trying to change it into a Christian version. We can do that. We can do all of this stuff. We can, we can promote God. We can share His verses. We can share His love. But differently, I think a lot right now, especially in our age and our time, whatever you want to say, we have a lot of people that want to show God's love, which is amazing, but they show it with also the world. We can't, as I said, we can't live a double life. We can't live a half and half life. It's either God or the world. And so even just the simple thing of putting verses and things to help people, or promoting God and his love and his passion and his joy, doing all that, but also behind the video having music that is from a famous trend or just of the world. You know, even if it doesn't say certain words or certain things, it still is of the world. And something I am going to talk about soon, because I think I've already stated this, I love music with a passion. Like, I love music. And so I'm going to go through I'm going to fully like go through all my playlists and just give you guys just the different playlists I have and music I have that is all Christian, you know, because there is so much music out there that is of God, that is God's word and speak God's word. And you know, sometimes we are like, oh, but Christian music is slow or this and that. And sometimes we want fast and upbeat music. It's there. You just have to. The sad part is you have to search for it. And so I have been able to find a lot of good music. And so one day I'll make a video just on that, of just all the music. And these are songs you know you can use in a background of a video. You can use for a 60-second video to post about his love, about his passion, about his grace, and who God is, and walk through Christ. Again, we're gonna fail, and that's okay. And all influencers do. All influencers struggle and go through situations, but the best part is being able to have God in our life, being able to have God to be there to help us get through it. And so something I want to read is Romans chapter 12, verse 2. It says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. And also 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 12, be careful to live properly among your unbelieving neighbors. Then even if they accuse you of doing wrong, they will see your honorable behavior, and they will give honor to God when he judges the world. So again, as an influencer, or whatever word you want to use, we need to be able to show and not be scared to show God's word or his love or his passion, again, his joy. We can't be scared to let him live through us and show it. You know, again, we're gonna fall and we're gonna make mistakes, and that's okay. But when we keep going and we keep walking through him and not giving up on him, because he doesn't give up on us. He will never give up on us. He will never let go of us. He will and so he will always love us and he will always be there. And so we need to remember that, you know, we're going to make mistakes, and that's okay, because we're human and we're of flesh. And so it's going to happen, and that's perfectly fine. But I think it's always about how you get up from it. Do you keep walking with God and you keep stepping forward and just sharing his word? You know, our main purpose as Christians is to share God's word, share God's love, and show it to one another, and be able to bring more brothers and sisters to Christ, and bring more people towards him and wanting to reach out to him. So something, and also as an influencer, I'm going to read this. Proverbs 29, verse 25. It is dangerous to be concerned with what others think of you, but if you trust the Lord, you are safe. Don't worry about what people are going to think or say about what you're going to post. Because I could already second guess this video and be like, no, I'm talking about God, or I'm talking about this. People might not agree with it. But it's okay if people don't agree with it, because the most important thing is if God agrees with it. And as long as God agrees with it, then that's okay. And so don't focus or worry on what people are going to say or think, but just share his love. Influence people to want to reach out to him, to want to call out to him. So what is an influencer? someone who influences, someone who has an effect on someone's heart, someone who has an effect on someone's life. So let's keep walking through Christ. Let's keep trusting in him, keep believing in him, and keep hoping in him, and showing his love, showing his kindness, showing his grace, showing his mercy, and just trust in him, believe in him, and show everyone, and be able to bring them to God. And so we have more people that will come home with us one day. So again, that will be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, again, the verses that I've read, I'll put them up probably, so you guys can look them up if you want to. I hope you guys enjoyed. Just remember that, walk through Christ, trust in him, follow him, and influence people to want to hold on to him, want to reach out to him, want to call out to him too. Don't do it through the world, but through him. There goes my dog. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next week. So have a good day, and that's pretty much it. All right, bye.